Ms. Lichty, in the last 4 years, the City Council has often been at odds with Mayor Condon on certain issues. But despite that, none of the City Council members have endorsed your candidacy.
That is politically smart for them on their move.
Ms. Lichty, you'll answer this next question first.
Ms. Lichty, you've spent most of your career critiquing politicians, but since moving to Spokane about 20 years ago, you haven't managed anything larger than a fast food restaurant. Why should we be confident you'll be able to manage something as large and complex as the city government?
Well, I do have, yes, it's been 20 years since I've managed anything larger than a fast food restaurant. But that's quite a job. Managing that many high school students is quite a task. I do have the skills. It's not, you know, it's not as daunting as it seems. So.
Okay. Ms. Lichty?
Can you repeat the question? I haven't had an opportunity to look at the current plan. And I love Riverfront Park and the river's right there.
And do you believe the next police chief should be required to have a college degree?
College degree, it would depend. I think that should be the standard, but I'm not a black and white person. I'm not a black and white person.
We have time for one more question, but we're going to shorten it a little bit to 30 seconds, okay? And Ms. Lichty, you'll take this question first. Dan, you want to have the last one?
Yeah, sure. You, Ms. Lichty, you've been a very firm supporter of the Envision Spokane's Worker Bill of Rights, which, among other things, is estimated to raise the minimum wage for large companies from anywhere to $17 to $23 an hour. The mayor and the city council president have both spoken in firm opposition to this idea. Why should voters vote for the Worker Bill of Rights?
Well, I think I had supported the Worker Bill of Rights before I decided to run for office, and so I wasn't going to change that endorsement as I decided to run for office, regardless of how controversial that issue is right now. So that's me standing by my issue. And what I encourage all voters to do, I don't like to encourage to vote one way or another unless it's to vote for me, but to do all of your background information on both sides, the pros and cons, and then make a decision, an educated vote.
All right, Mayor Condon, 30 seconds.
I stand with many elected leaders on both sides of the aisle, both state and local. It will drive jobs out of the city. It will cost employers more money, and ultimately it's unconstitutional, which was deemed that way by our hearing examiner, and so I don't believe that is the right type of policy that we set for this city. We need to grow jobs. We've had some great recent news of median household income up 11%, first time in many, many years.
All right, thank you to you both, and that's going to be the last question. It is time now for closing statements, and we flipped a coin earlier. Ms. Lichty, you go first. You have 1 minute.
So I'm Shar Lichty. It's been 20 years since I've managed anything larger than a fast food restaurant.
All right, thank you to you both, and that'll do it for this debate.